Hello, my Bill 5000 Nation. How's everyone doing today? Hopefully, everyone's having a great day. If not, hope it gets better from here. All right, we are back with another Watcher Puppet History. This one is titled The Dancing Plague. That's right, The Dancing Plague. Getting jiggy with it. Nah, 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 nah. All right, I know a little bit about the Dancing Plague. I don't know a whole lot. Honestly, I could always know more, so that's why we're watching it, because it intrigues me. And I really enjoy it because you kind of learn something, and it's fun learning it with the professor. So, let's get into today's story. Turn them lights down low. Put on something comfy. Don't know why I'm still talking like that. Put on something comfy, couple, someone special. Let's get acknowledgement. Let's get smart. That's what we're going with.
Welcome one and all to Puppet History! Today we'll be taking a deep diving, ever-winding look into yet another chapter in the heavy, heavy book we call History, while our guests ruthlessly vie for the coveted title of History Master. Ryan Bergara, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready as always.
Special guest Jermaine Fowler, are you ready?
I don't know.
Okay, then let's crack it.
That one.
Could I take another guess at your name?
Huh? Sure.
You're the professor?
I'm the professor.
Wiggles?
Professor Wiggles not bad. But no!
Professor McNasty.
That's close. That's close. I am a little nasty.
Okay.
Today, we'll be talking about a city on the brink and their very strange coping methods. You guys ever been pushed to the brink?
Sure.
Huh?
I don't think I
Yes.
have yet.
Has
I'm
the
waiting.
universe ever just challenged you?
Yes,
Yes.
yes, the universe has challenged me. Yes, Professor McNasty.
Okay. I actually kind of like the ring of that. And would you guys like to know what we're competing for?
Yes!
Yeah. What are we competing for?
It is the coveted cup of the History Master. Ignore the hand.
Whose hand is that,
Huh?
Professor?
It's God.
God's a white man, huh?
Oh, I mean, it's the devil.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what's up. You know your audience.
Well, in the Alsace region of Europe in the early 1500s, it's very safe to say that people were stressed, cosmically stressed. See, these were a people only a few generations removed from the mass devastation of the bubonic plague, and it's easy to imagine that the sheer trauma of experiencing a borderline biblical event could imbue a few generations with an all-enveloping sense of existential dread. Rough.
Yes.
Are any of the stories that you're going to tell, is it one of them at least not going to be a bummer, or are they all going to be bummers?
No, they're all pretty sad. History is a sad thing.
Yeah, you're probably right.
There's some like happy historical events, like the day peanut butter was invented
Or
and stuff
whoa.
like that.
I would say that, when
Yeah,
I first
yeah.
saw Lion King,
That was good.
That was
was
good
dope.
too. So considering all that, the city of Strasbourg seemed like a prime candidate for ground zero of the impending apocalypse. See, the common folk of Strasbourg, in addition to all the struggles of just surviving in the 1500s, found themselves dealing with an increasingly problematic clergy. Author John Waller says, quote, monks and priests shamelessly took concubines and all had greater appetites for meat, drink, and sleep than for prayer or pastoral duties. Can't fault them.
Okay. So that's how them pastors got down back in the day. Just cut off a pig's leg, rotisserie it, get you a big old cup of meat, got your hog leg in one hand, meat in the other. Chambermaid.
For that, you know what I'm saying?
I guess even clergymen have to get the. I kind of want to say that. That's so crass.
No, say it.
Yeah, I guess sometimes clergymen got to get.
Okay, no, that was too crass. That's disgusting.
It was little.
It's pretty.
What is
gross.
wrong with you?
Yeah.
People were not stoked about this because these holy folk are supposed to be their direct line to God. One guy was so fired up that he went poking around various local holy houses to see how much meat and booze they'd been hoarding, and he found plenty of dirt, but eventually gave up his investigation. Oh, that red light means we're at our first question. Why do you think he stopped his little investigation? A, they paid him off in barrels of barley wine. B, a nun blackmailed him. Or C, a monk threatened to murder him.
C.
All right, Ryan, are you locked in?
I'm locked in.
I'll tell you why. Because they sound awfully stingy. I don't think they're going to pay him off with anything that they have gotten. 2, it could be a nun, but I really want it to be C. That's it. That's the only reason.
What'd you put down?
I put C.
You think a monk threatened to murder him?
Yes.
I don't think that's what happened, but it is the funniest outcome. So
Sure.
that's how I've been playing this game so far.
Makes sense. Jermaine?
I chose B,
You chose B.
non-blackmail.
With a happy face.
Yeah.
A little happy face.
You know, a nun and blackmailing you just seems insane. And
really-
I always go with the craziest multiple choice question.
But
All
a
right.
monk threatening to murder someone isn't crazier?
Well, let's find out.
They both bring valid points.
You need help with
No, everything's fine.
Is that the monk?
That's the monk.
Oh, hey, Brother Thomas. Ah, my brother. Wonderful to see you. What brings your wonderful soul to the house of Sorry, fuck. What brings your beautiful soul to the house of His Holiness today? I saw something kind of weird recently. I could have sworn I saw someone wheeling barrels of ale into the church, but that couldn't be right. I mean, it's funny that you mentioned that because I saw something weird today too. I saw a dead man walking. Huh? How'd you like to be dead? Whoa, I was just letting you know about some, I thought it seemed like maybe some illicit activity. And I'm just letting you know that if you mention those barrels to anybody else, you'll end
100 A+, honor roll student right there. Got it. First try.
up in one.
Oh, shit.
Damn.
He Walter Whited him.
May peace be with you.
So, damn, he just Suge Knighted
He Suge Knighted him. Yeah,
the
that's
random
true.
dude.
It seems like Ryan gets a history point there. Congrats, Ryan.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm a good sport.
Thank you.
Good
Thank
job.
You. Thank you.
Driving an even greater wedge between the classes, the clergy and lords had been hiking up taxes for years, and according to Waller, quote, peasants were forbidden from grazing pigs on common pasture, from fishing in local pools and streams, and from entering the forest to gather timber for building and fuel, to hunt game, even to pick acorns or berries. And that's some bull.
How are you supposed to live if you can't do none of that shit? That seems like things. That seems like things you would need to live. Why would living be illegal?
Shit.
You seem passionate about this.
Why don't you take it easy, man?
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, you want to go out there and pick some acorns and berries?
It's okay. It was a long time ago. It's over now. Your eyes got bigger.
I know. Guys.
What's in your bag?
Oh, wouldn't you like to know? Why don't you come check it out?
I feel like it's a trap.
Come on, open my little bag.
Like a start of a horror movie.
No, come on here.
Don't
come
say
on.
that. Open my little bag. It's
Open
not
my
gonna
little
make me
bag.
feel
Open your
comfortable.
bag, dude.
Take one out.
Okay. It's a jelly bean.
That's right. Just for you.
You put props in the. You put so much thought in the character. You put jelly beans.
It's a jelly bean. Those are my special treats.
Actually, you know what? I'll take a jelly bean
Oh,
too.
go for it.
Yeah, I do love jelly beans.
On top of all this bullshit,
That's one that okay. Right now, most of the stores where I'm at is 1/3 Valentine's Day stuff and like 2/3 Easter candy. There's jelly beans. There's fucking jelly beans everywhere. All kinds of jelly beans. This is my favorite.
the region had been through a pretty rough couple decades. We're gonna run through this really quick, but every time I turn the light purple like this,
Oh.
I need you guys to shout, all the crops died.
Okay. we
Just
can do
like that.
All the crops died.
Great. So here we go. In 1492, there was a famine because
All the crops died.
in 1493, crops weren't half bad, but then everybody got syphilis and a bunch of people's skin fell off.
Oh my god.
Baller.
As they rounded the year 1500, things leveled out for a few years. The crops were good for a bit. And then,
All the crops died.
in 1507, hail the size of apples pummeled the town.
Whoa.
How big were they? Really the size of apples, or is that?
It
a
was
little
the
bit
size of apples! And because of the hail,
All the crops died.
then the bubonic plague staged a brief reunion tour and was mercifully stamped out by the bitter winter of 1511. But also,
All the crops died.
and then again in the bitter winter of 1514,
All the crops died. Oh, we were on the same page there. We switched it
That
up.
felt right.
followed by a summertime drought in the summer of 1516 when, one last time with gusto,
All the crops died.
I guess that's gusto. So that's a solid 2 decades of ever mounting anxiety. Scores of people are struggling to make ends meet, falling deeper and deeper into debt, all the while starving, several to death. Could this have a toll on the general population's mental health? Well,
Yes.
sure. What?
Most indubitably, what concerning things started happening in Strasbourg?
Concerning things started to happen. A. People began to see the dead walk the earth. B. People began burying themselves alive. Or C. People began eating dirt until they died.
Okay. We have people began to see the dead walking the earth. I really want that. But I don't ever remember reading anything about fucking zombies being real. Other than in books I wish was real. So, I don't think it's that. People began burying themselves alive. There's a possibility. I mean, I've buried myself in sand at the beach. It's not out of the realm of possibilities. People began eating dirt until they died. I want to say it's that, because I had a cousin. He actually ate dirt until he was so sick it was unreal. And it was because he was lacking something. He had been really sick for a while. And he was finally starting to get better, and I guess his body was just craving him to like put fistful of dirt into his mouth. So I really want to say it was C, because I know that can happen after people get really bad sick. And if it was right after the bubonic plague, a lot of people were sick, and if anybody, still could be C. I want to say C. I'm going with C. Plus, the one I want it to be A. The pipe dreams.
What the fuck?
So it all death related.
Yeah.
What was A again?
People began to see the dead walk the earth.
Yeah, I've heard things like that.
Yeah,
by the way.
that's crazy. So like ghosts,
Yeah.
Ghouls.
ghouls.
Ghouls,
Goblins.
Ooh. Buy me a Coke. All right, Ryan, what do you got?
I'm gonna go with C.
You're gonna go with C.
People eating dirt until they died. Kind of similar to those people that danced till they died in France.
Oh yeah, I've heard of them. Jermaine, what are you going with?
I just feel like there should be like an all the above option, because it just feels like all those things would have happened. But if I had to pick, I'm going with A.
Well, that's a point for Jermaine.
Oh, yes! That's right! I'm a history buff!
So Waller describes, quote, thousands imagined their dead relations to have escaped from purgatory, running and screaming to the music of drum and pipe. Many of those killed in battle were reported to be carrying their bloodied and mutilated limbs.
One woman was stricken with terror after having seen, quote, the ghost of her dead soldier husband clutching between bloody hands his own severed head.
Jesus Christ. And these were all visions.
Yes, these are all visions.
But no one ate dirt, right?
No one ate dirt, though that is a thing. That is a method of suicide. It's like a weird ancient thing. They would eat dirt until they died.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
If you thought all that was bad, welcome to 1517, which they depressingly and hilariously called the Bad Year, which would play out like a greatest hits compilation of the previous decades. More frozen crops, more hail, some smallpox, some leprosy, and a fun new disease. Guess what this new disease is called? A, the English sweat. B, Lucifer's indulgence. Or C, horsebite flu.
It would be funny if it was English sweat.
Hold on. Take it back. English sweat, Lucifer's indulge, horsebite flu. Yeah, I want to say C. I want to say horsebite flu, just because that sounds plausible. Back in the day, swine flu, bird flu, horsebite flu, that sounds plausible. You know what I mean? You see what I'm saying? Lucifer's indulgence, though, sounds plausible too. Like, how'd he die? That Lucifer's indulgence got him. It bit him, and it bit him good. The English sweat, though, that sounds plausible. I want to say C. I want it to be B, though. I don't know, last time I wanted it to be something, it was something. I'm going B. Fuck it.
Oh, man. It would be funny if it was English sweat.
All right, Ryan, what do you got?
I'm gonna go with B.
You're gonna go with B, Lucifer's indulgence.
Lucifer's indulgence sounds great. Also sounds like the name of a dope coffee shop in Silver Lake.
Okay, so A sounded like a nice T.
A tea called English sweat?
English sweat. Yeah. And B sounded like some incense.
Yeah.
So I chose
Well, that's lovely. What is that?
Lucifer's
I
indulgence.
chose C, but
You
then
chose C.
I did a D, or butt meets delight. But I don't
Butt
know.
meets delight?
Butt meets delight.
You know what?
It's a pirate.
You know what? I'm going to give you an extra point for butt meets delight.
Hey, wait a second
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Wait a second. You can't do that.
Well, you've never taken the initiative, Ryan.
That's because I was playing by the rules. I didn't realize it was the fucking Wild West
Well,
out
maybe
here.
have a little fun with it every now and then.
That's true. You do have a
carried
satchel full
away.
of jelly
I reward
beans.
creativity. And I'm also giving that point out because neither of you got it right. It was called the English sweat. So yeah, it was just a disease where you'd sweat for several days until you died.
What were the symptoms?
You'd sweat a lot. You just kept sweating.
How long did they sweat?
A few days.
Okay, moving along. Whoa, what the?
Yeah, that's right. It's me, that big pile of diamonds. That's my catchphrase now, I think.
Yeah, but we're in the middle of a story here.
Well, I'm here with a word from our sponsor. Rent on this puppet theater isn't free, While you've got your fuzzy ass nose in a book, I'm over here keeping the lights on, baby!
Fine, take it away. The floor is yours. Talk about bed sheets or whatever.
Bed sheets, cut me some slack, bro. Today's episode is brought to you by Mischief.
Wait, like the concept of mischief?
Yeah, the country. No, you idiot. Mischief. MSCHF. Mischief is a Brooklyn-based company that releases mysterious, cool stuff in the form of drops every 2 weeks.
I'm listening.
Sometimes the drops are limited edition items, like these Jesus shoes filled with holy water from the River Jordan that my friend Drake was seen sporting.
Wait, are you friends with Drake?
Yeah, my sister-in-law Jemberly is an anklet of his. We hang out on Boxing Day.
Is he cool?
Yeah. Or sometimes the drops are free things, like a font that looks like Times New Roman, except it's slightly wider, so your written assignments look longer than they actually are.
Not sure I approve of that.
Deal with it, nerd. Or it might be something that just kicks ass, like when they posted live streams of Netflix, HBO, Prime, Hulu, and Disney Plus on a site for anyone to watch. No two drops are ever the same, so if you want early access to all this nutty stuff, head over to mischief.com/watcher and download the app today. It helps keep us puppets alive.
Well, thank you, Diamond Necklace.
Yeah, that's me. I'm
Yeah,
that
no.
big pile of
Yep, we know.
diamonds. Made Rohan look like a
Yeah,
fool.
you did. You made him look like a fool. Well, I gotta finish this story now.
Oh, okay, bye.
Okay, where were we? Ah, yes. Now, keeping in mind the seemingly never-ending maelstrom of suffering, of mass anxiety and prolonged trauma, let's set our sights on July 14th, summertime, 1518, when a woman known as Frau Troffea was no longer content to sit idly by as the cruel hand of fate continued to give her community the finger. What did she do? And this is a free write.
Basically, whoever gets closer.
Yeah, I'll give a point to whoever's answer I like best.
I don't even know. I think. I don't know. Yeah, what was the question again?
As the cruel hand of fate continued to give her community the finger. What did she do? And this is a free write.
Basically, whoever gets.
Okay. She fought fire with fire. Literally. She set everyone on fire, just turned them all to ashes, and then she made cakes out of them. I've seen this in the video. It happens. That's what I'm going with. 100%.
It's closer.
Yeah, I'll give a point to whoever's answer I like best. All right, Ryan, what do you got?
I think she covered herself in gasoline and ran through the town naked ablaze.
Okay. All right. Okay. Jermaine?
God damn, right?
That's right.
Oh, I just said she sought out some doctors.
I want you
It's
to
probably
answer.
a better call.
I'm going to give the point to Ryan just because it sort of captures the craziness of what is about to happen. Please
change
enjoy
my
this
answer.
brief scene that will show you all.
That was really good. That was a really good answer.
All right, yeah, I guess we could clap for that, yeah.
Oh, wow, what another miserable day in what is basically hell. Frau Troffea walks out onto the street, dazed. Oh, Frau, good morning. You're looking, actually you're looking pretty awful. You got a case of that, English butt sweat, or? And Frau begins to dance. And she dances,
and dances.
I hope we put sound effects over this
Yeah, I will.
because this looks ridiculous.
Yeah, so
That
she
is the
danced, and
coolest
people
thing
probably thought,
ever.
huh, pretty funny. Good one, Frau.
She danced until she died, or she just danced?
Well, she continued to dance until she passed out from exhaustion, and then she woke up and she started dancing again.
Your eyes are getting more crooked by like the minute. It's so funny. Like they're less straight now.
This is how they are. I don't say anything funny about your eyes.
You're right, and I apologize. I fucked up. I fucked up hard.
It's fine.
Bro. I'm
It's
sorry.
fine.
Are we gonna be okay here? We're gonna.
No, we're good. We're good.
We are?
Yeah, come on, man.
Let's shake it out. I'm sorry, man. I just thought, you know.
By this point, you can imagine some folks were scratching their heads.
Oh my god. These people are too much sometimes. Oh, they make learning fun though. They really, really do. I really enjoy these. Oh.
And tossing off some theories. A common one was that Frau Troffea was doing this to spite her lousy husband, who hated dancing. But that becomes a bit harder to believe when you consider that, according to author Jennifer Wright, quote, by the third day, blood was oozing out of her shoes.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Another common theory that was widely circulated was that the poor woman had been the victim of divine wrath. Some suspected God himself. Others pointed to Saint Vitus, a saint known for bringing aid to those with epilepsy, but also inflicting it upon those who angered him. So it stacks up that Frau Troffea would be aware of Saint Vitus and his capabilities as just
So there's a god out there that is a god of people with epilepsy, but if you anger him, he gives you epilepsy? What kind of god power is that? I smash you with epilepsy. It's awful. Why would you want to be a god of any of that?
30 miles east of Strasbourg, there was a shrine to the saint, which is exactly where she was taken on July 20th, 6 days into her exhausting routine. Now, unfortunately, we don't have any information regarding the fate of Frau Troffea. Hopefully, performing some kind of penitence at the shrine of St. Vitus was enough to free her from this terrifying trance. But what we do know is that by July 20th,
She probably died. If not, she died later because she was old. Either way, she's dead now.
First, just one day after the poor lady was carted off to the shrine, at least 34 more residents of Strasbourg had started dancing.
What?
Amazing.
So
Wait
sorry.
a second.
Wow.
Kind of similar to those people that danced till they died in France.
Oh my God. This is the impetus for the people dancing till they died in France.
Yeah, you dipshit!
Holy, fuck you.
Strasbourg is in France!
I never, okay, every
It's
time
weird it took you this long to figure it out.
Well, here's the reason why. I thought, for whatever reason, that the dancing till they died plague was like a mass hysteria thing, but I never thought of it as a patient zero scenario.
Yeah. So dancing had officially reached plague status. And as
He's got a point. So there was a patient zero. It's a form of zombie.
with Frau Troffea, there was nothing joyous about their shuffling, just pure agony. Waller writes, quote, chroniclers tell us that those who were momentarily roused from their trances screamed for help from bystanders, God, and the saints. So nothing pleasant about this.
I love it. Have you ever been trapped in like a prison of your own laughter? Like where you're laughing and
yeah.
you want to stop laughing but you
Yes.
can't and it starts to hurt?
Yeah.
Yes, and like you're laughing so hard that you're crying, you can't breathe, you're sweating. The laugh sweats suck.
It sounds horrifying.
Like the Joker
and
in like
awful.
Arkham Asylum. Like, I can imagine it. Yeah.
All right, no, right, stop it. Stop it, please.
It would suck.
Oh, I missed it. So what started out as a curious anomaly had now become a bit of a municipal concern. Enough so that a council of magistrates thought that they should consult some local physicians. So, what do you think the physicians thought the issue was? A, hot blood. B, excess bile. Or C, a phlegm deficiency.
I want to say hot blood. Excess bile, that's gonna be like your waist. Like, I don't. A phlegm deficiency. I ain't phlegm what you getting. So you're like, do you really? Is there such thing as a deficiency? I don't know. If there is, let me know in the comments below. If not, then I don't believe that's a real thing. I want to say it's hot blood because I'll tell you why. Like things get hot, they move around, they bounce around. You know what I mean? So blood is hot. It's going to move around. You're just going to be sitting there like, wow, let's get jacking with it. Ah, ah. You know what I mean? Logical. A.
Damn, those all seem very plausible.
Yeah.
This is a tough one, McNasty.
All right, Ryan
Yeah, I'm gonna go B for bile.
and Jermaine,
I think it was A, hot blood.
you're gonna go with hot blood.
Yeah.
But it also is good.
The physician said, quote, dance is a natural disease which comes from overheated blood.
No!
Point to Jermaine. Well, hearing this, the council put their heads together and decided there was only one possible prescription. What was their plan of action? A, weighing down the feet of the dancers. B, baptizing the dancers. Or C, more dancing.
More dancing. I'm going to go with C, more dancing, because they figure they eventually exhaust themselves and just fall over and then they stop. I'm going to go with C. But I really want it to be A, and I want them to keep dancing with like these cinder blocks on their feet, which would be really cruel. I understand. I don't know why, but I want that as what I imagine in my head whenever the answer is given. But I want it to be, it's C. It's C. It's C.
This is a dangerous game you're playing here, Professor.
All right, Ryan
I'm gonna go with C, more dancing, just because it doesn't make any sense.
and Jermaine.
I chose B. It felt like at this point the doctors weren't helping.
Sure.
So they brought in maybe some religious people to just,
Leave it to God.
yeah,
I think,
at this
right?
point that's what you do.
Yeah, that's true.
God'll sort it out.
Sure.
But they did blame God the first time.
That's true.
So fuck.
Yeah.
I fucked up. I got it wrong.
Well, point to Ryan. They cleared out a couple of the local guild halls and an open market area, even constructed a stage, and escorted the afflicted, now numbering over 50, into these designated dancing areas. And to seal the deal, there was one last touch. They hired a band. Dozens of musicians were hired to play the most. Yeah.
I got a crazy gig for you, Frank.
Yeah.
Got a crazy gig, all right? We need it, all right? We need the money.
The council also employed various unafflicted people to dance alongside the entranced people, encouraging them to keep going. When people passed out, they were put back on their feet,
Like a third baseman?
And
like
the-
a third base coach?
and the musicians upped the tempo.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this is amazing.
A month into this, August rolls around, the number of dancers continued to grow, probably because it was a psychological virus, and instead of quarantining the thing, they literally put the dancers on a stage for everyone to see.
It didn't take long for things to go from strange to dark. Waller points to the records of a neighboring merchant named Lucas Rem, who jotted a note in his diary around the time, quote,
In the year 1518, in summer, lots of people died of the St. Vitus dance in Strasbourg. About 15 people died a day.
Man,
Yeah,
I
bad.
thought this was gonna have a happy.
I mean, this is what happens when you try to put out fire with more fire.
Yeah, doesn't work. With no choice but to change their approach, the council now had to seriously grapple with the idea that the long decaying morals of the community may have angered a vengeful spirit.
So literally 15 people a day would dance themselves to death. What the fuck? Dun, dun, dun. No. 15 people a day would die from dancing, y'all.
quickly and desperately changing their game plan. They ordered all
Drowned them all.
dancers back to their homes and banned music. Strings were fine, but tambourines and drums, illegal.
You said that strings were allowed to keep playing?
Yeah, strings were fine. Beautiful, you know?
It just makes things sadder without music. You know what I mean?
Is there any royalty-free violin music you have right now that we could try and dance to?
Yeah, here we go.
Does this look ridiculous?
You feeling it?
How's it look?
You know what? Not working. Really not working.
Speak for yourself.
All right, even still in private homes, the mania continued to spread. At this point, the dancing had been going on for over a month, and while there are conflicting reports about the number of people, most seem to agree that there were at least a couple hundred. Desperate
Got me, I'm sorry. She was just like,
times cause for desperate
Measures.
Yeah.
There it is.
Nice.
Nice.
You know what? I'll give you an extra point for that.
What in the hell is going on here? This is bullshit.
We're on the same wavelength. I appreciate
You gotta
that.
avoid wavelengths, you know?
It's fixed. This game is
All right.
fixed.
The magistrates weren't about to sit on their hands as their town was slaughtered by the jitterbug, so they really...
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Sentence is amazing.
Thank you.
It is pretty good.
So they really put their heads together and came up with a new plan. First, obviously, make a big 110-pound wax likeness of St. Vitus as a sweet gift to the dude. Sure. Second, line up a bunch of wagons to transport the afflicted, wiggling masses to the shrine of St. Vitus about 30 miles outside of
They're
town.
still dancing.
They're still dancing. And what was their final measure? A, chain the dancers' feet together. B, buy the dancers sweet new kicks. Or C, dress a monkey up as St. Vitus and have it kiss the dancers' feet.
Okay, I really want it to be C. I really, really do. I do, but I think that'd be more disrespectful to Saint Vitus, so I don't know if they would do that. But A, chain the dancers' feet together. I'm going with A. I'm going with A. I want it to be C, but I'm going with A. Watch it, BB. Fucking B.
God, I wish it was C. But
C is a shame thing.
All right,
That's some shame. With
I got my answer in.
Ryan, what do you got?
I got A.
You're going with A, chain the dancers' feet together.
That's right.
And Jermaine?
Not to piggyback off you, Ryan, but
That's
you've
fair.
been right so far.
You'll probably figure out a way to give you a point anyway.
So you're going with A as well?
I had to. It just sounded like the best option.
Well, let's find out what happened.
All right, everyone. So that's that. We'll make a nice offering to St. Vitus and haul these poor souls off to the shrine.
Oh, and we should give him some little red shoes.
Wait, now hang on a second. What's that you say?
I said we'll give him some little red shoes.
Well, please explain.
Damn it.
Oh, it's B.
Well, they'd be little and red, and they'd be shoes.
All right, well, let's order a bunch of little red shoes then.
God damn.
It's the way he fucking worded it. It's the way he worded it. If you would have put kicks, you would have put the little red shoes, I would have picked it. I would have fucking picked that one. And he set me up for failure. He set us all up for failure. Fellas, we gotta kill the professor. This is how it is.
Damn it. How are they gonna make that many shoes that quickly? How long does it take to make a shoe?
I don't know.
And red ones? Why red? So the blood, you don't see the blood or something?
Maybe.
That makes sense.
Once at the altar of St. Vitus, a very strict prescription for the afflicted was carried out. 1, they led the dancers in a circle around the altar. 2, they had each dancer offer up a single penny as a donation. And then they took them back to the chapel and down to the wagons. That was it. Do you think it worked?
Is this a question, by the way?
Do you think it worked?
I guess it did.
Ooh, now I know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I got a
Did
50%
it work?
shot here.
Okay, either it did or it didn't. He's right. We only got a 50% shot. I want to say it did for the sheer fact that, like you said, it was like a mental virus. It wasn't an actual. So I want to say it did work, just because like the placebo effect, like they had in their heads that this is what had to be done and this is what worked. I want to say it did. I do. I really hope it didn't. I wanted to continue on because we still got 5 minutes left, but I know there's a song, so I'm going to go ahead and say it. They lived. It worked. It worked. It had to.
2, 3.
Yes.
You both think it worked?
Yeah, we're getting towards the end of the story. It's kind of like when it's the third act of a movie. I know
Sure.
a character is about to off.
Well, it did.
Yay!
There it is.
Finally, we get a happy. That's a happy ending.
That is good.
So one thing to remember, these people believed with great conviction in the power of the supernatural, of divine forces meddling with their souls. So it makes sense that if they believe strongly enough in a curse, they'd also believe deeply in the power of penance.
And when you think of what they'd done to earn their forgiveness from St. Vitus, a 30-mile journey, sacrificing a whole ass penny, wearing little red shoes, it probably did seem to them like they'd earned their freedom. But there's yet another theory about the miraculous healing that took place.
So our final question, what else may have
Like the placebo effect.
healed them? A, antibiotics. B, a traveling hypnotist. Or C, the power of love.
It took place.
So our final question, What else may have healed them? A. Antibiotics. B. A traveling hypnotist. Or C. The power of love.
Okay, I don't ever remember them giving them saying that they had given them any kind of medicines or anything like that. It could have been a traveling hypnotist. I mean, they did have to travel, didn't they? The power of love, maybe the power of love, where they was given shoes and everything else. Oh fuck. Okay. 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 I'm gonna say B, traveling hypnotist.
Oh, I got it.
You know, I agree with you too that I should get double points on that last one because I locked my answer in a little bit sooner.
No. What's your,
I'm gonna go with C.
You're gonna go with C, the power of
the
love.
power of love. That's the power of love.
Oof. Rough.
I chose B, but fucking hypnotism, I guess back in the day was a thing.
That's a lot of people to hypnotize.
Yeah.
It's true. Yeah, fuck, damn it, Ryan.
Well, it's too late
I'll
now.
choose B.
You choose B.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna give the point to Ryan. A history point for Ryan.
You won.
Remember,
I don't think I did because he gave you all those phony points.
we'll find out. We'll tally up the scores at the end. Think back to the beginning of this story, the state of the community before the plague took hold, decades of growing class divide, an uncaring and downright abusive clergy, a lower class bearing the brunt of a seemingly endless series of community hardships. And yet, when the plague took hold, the community banded together. Author Jennifer Wright says, quote,
The people of Strasbourg were exceedingly, abnormally kind to those afflicted. They didn't burn them at stakes. They didn't permanently cast them out of the community. Thought and concern went into considering ways to make them healthy again.
Isn't that sweet?
That is
It is
pretty
sweet.
good.
It's,
So this-
it's a happy ending.
It's a happy ending after
yeah.
all. Sure, a lot of people died, but
But they got nice little red shoes.
that's the cost of knowledge.
And that's the
Yeah.
cost of living back
The
then.
power of
that was a
love.
good story, dude. I learned a lot.
thank you.
That's good.
You can love someone to
Dancing,
death.
who knew it would be so dangerous?
There is consequences.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell my daughter that. Hey, look, sometimes you're gonna want to dance, but here's the
Don't you
story.
dare. Don't you dare.
Was that a cautionary tale after that's all happened? Like,
Yeah, I think so. That's the thing
Daddy,
where-
I'm so happy I could dance. And he's like, no, don't you do it.
This is
No
where-
daughter of mine. Well, that concludes our history lesson. I'm going to go tally the scores to see who receives the coveted cup and title of History Master. While I do that, please enjoy this special performance from someone who was blamed for this whole thing, along with St. Vitus, God. And just a heads up, God doesn't really look like you'd expect him to, so just know that. He's kind of a weird looking guy. But anyway, enjoy.
All right, let's get this over with.
What the fuck? Oh, shit.
It's me, God.
No, it's not.
Yes.
Like a Bloodborne character.
I'm God, okay? I've got something to say. Those dummies dancing after death, that wasn't me, no way. I made the stars and moon and sun, and also I made everyone, like Genghis Khan, Celine Dion, all dogs and cats, fruit bats, your mom, and sure, some people worship me, but then I did make everything, like Jupiter, and Tupperware, and Diet Coke, and teddy bears. But I didn't make those people dance, so way back when in olden France, I'm not that guy, that's not my scene. You think that I would be so mean? And sure, I killed their crops for years and preyed upon their deepest fears of squalid plague, no food to eat, but dancing, man, that's not my beat. No, what? I lied. It's all on me. I got those dingbats to their feet. Boy, they could really jitterbug. But when they died, I pulled the plug. So what? Who cares? Come on. It's not the worst thing that I've done. Like bedbugs, pink eye, Tampa, Florida, and also the rest of Florida. So yeah, I made those people dance way back when in olden France. I'm sorry. I know it was rude. I guess I'm just a zany dude.
Alien God. Okay. What do we watch? Why? Why? Because it's hilarious. That's why. Oh, God.
That was disturbing, Ryan.
Wow, God is a masterful lyricist. What a strong
Was quite
performer.
disturbing.
Yeah, man. God made Lauryn Hill. So
Unbelievable.
That makes sense.
You really got to stop complimenting yourself at the
Huh?
end of these through the
That
veil of a
that
puppet.
wasn't me. That was God. Hey, so believe it or not, this is wild. You guys aren't going to believe this. It is a tie.
Really?
Okay, oh wow, this is historic.
You know what? I'm going to do a tiebreaker. Here we go. If you joined a dancing plague, what would your dance move be?
Oh, so
It's a dance-off,
It's
folks.
a dance-off. I'm gonna go with a classic because I think it uses a lot of space. So I would go.
Ready for the weekend. The boys are coming round, we're gonna hit the town.
I don't like that one bit.
You don't like it?
No. Jermaine's already got a bit of an edge going into this one because that was pretty sorry.
I guess I'll just go with whatever I'm feeling. So, I just, and then I
Interesting.
spin, and then I do the thing like this, and then,
I'll hand him the trophy. I'll hand him the trophy.
All right, yeah.
That's good, yeah. Why there? Oh. Well, there you go.
Congratulations, Jermaine.
There's jelly beans in it as well.
You are
I'll give him the trophy, damn it.
the history master.
Thank you very
I'm
much.
gonna take a jelly.
Thank you, McNasty.
Thank you to our special guest, Jermaine Fowler. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time on Puppet History.
Bon voyage!
I want some jelly beans. I swear, that's one thing that's going to kill me about watching this. After every time I watch it, I want a handful of jelly beans. It's my kryptonite, people. Jelly beans. So many kinds. Alright, I really enjoyed it. Hey, I like the dancing plague. I mean, I understand why people worry about me sometimes. I say things. I don't think before I speak. Like, my mouth opens, words come out, and then I'm like, oh, why? Don't judge. It happened. Alright. Hopefully y'all enjoyed today's video as much as I did. If not, it was hilarious. What's wrong with you people? If you enjoyed it, please leave a thumbs up. If you're a fan of the spooky, scary, strange, deranged, learning about historical stuff in a fun and convenient setting, because I mean, if you just want to skip to the highlighted parts, you can't. You can't do that shit in school. Teacher get mad if you start throwing mice at them. So, be good to one another. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye. Oh, what would your dance move be if you had the dancing play? Like straight Gundam style? I mean, let me know in the comments below. Mine'd be the worm. I'd do the worm or the electric slide. That definitely probably one of the two or both. Fuck it, it's a plague. I'm going balls to the wall. I'm doing both.